it's me, your favorite preschool teacher, and it's time for some singing and stories with the children. Let's begin with some exercise. Let's begin with our hands. My hands need some exercise. Exercise, exercise. My hands need some exercise. Can you touch your head? My head needs some exercise. Exercise, exercise. My head needs some exercise. Can you touch your neck? My neck needs some exercise. Exercise, exercise. My neck needs some exercise. Are you ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 currant buns in a baker's shop, round and fat with sugar on the top. Along came Meme with a penny one day. Who else's name begins with M? Molly, Mercy, Melissa. Who else's name begins with M? If your name begins with M, this one's for you. She bought a currant bun and took it away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 currant buns in a baker's shop, round and fat with sugar on the top. Along came Beatrice, Ben, Bob. Who else's name begins with B? If your name begins with B, then this one's for you. He bought a currant bun and took it away. 1, 2, 3. 3 currant buns in a baker's shop, round and fat with sugar on the top. Along came whose name begins with I? Immy, Isabel, Isabel. If your name begins with I, then this one's for you. She bought a currant bun and took it away. 1, 2. 2 currant buns in a baker's shop, round and fat with sugar on the top. Along came whose name begins with Harry, Henry. If your name begins with then this one's for you. He bought a currant bun and took it away. 1. 1 lonely bun in a baker's shop, round and fat with sugar on the top. Along came Gary, Gabriel, Gideon. Who else's name begins with G? If your name begins with G, then this one's for you. He bought a currant bun and took it away. So, there's no more currant buns in the baker's shop. If I didn't call your name, that's absolutely fine. We'll do some more later, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? This little finger on my right. Can we sing that again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? This little finger on my right. Now this song was a special request, so I hope you enjoy. Do you wanna build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. I never see you anymore. Come out the door, it's like you've gone away. We used to be best buddies, but now we're not. I wish you would tell me why. Do you wanna build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman. Okay, bye. All right, children, it's time for a story now. Remember what you do when we're reading a story? We have to sit quietly and listen, okay? Now, today I have got a ginormous book for you. Can you see how big this book is? This was one of the first books I got when I just become a teacher because I absolutely love this story. And it's called A Squash and a Squeeze. A Squash and a Squeeze by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. A little old lady lived all by herself with a table and chairs and a jug on the shelf. A wise old man heard her grumble and grouse. "There's not enough room in my house. Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your hen," said the wise old man. "Take in my hen? What a curious plan." Well, the hen laid an egg on the fireside rug and flapped round the room, knocking over the jug. The little old lady cried, "What shall I do? It was pokey for one and it's tiny for two. My nose has a tickle and there's no room to sneeze. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your goat," said the wise old man. "Take in my goat? What a curious plan." Well, the goat chewed the curtains and trod on the egg, then sat down to nibble the table leg. The little old lady cried, "Glory be! It was tiny for two and it's titchy for three. The hen pecks the goat and the goat's got fleas. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your pig," said the wise old man. "Take in my pig? What a curious plan." So she took in her pig, who kept chasing the hen and raiding the larder again and again. The little old lady cried, "Stop, I implore! It was titchy for three and it's tiny for four. Even the pig in the larder agrees. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your cow," said the wise old man. "Take in my cow? What a curious plan." Well, the cow took one look and charged straight at the pig, then jumped on the table and tapped out a jig. The little old lady cried, "Heavens alive! It was teeny for four and it's weeny for five. I'm tearing my hair out. I'm down on my knees. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take them all out," said the wise old man. "But then I'll be back where I first began." So she opened the window and out flew the hen. "That's better. At last I can sneeze again." She shooed out the goat and she shoved out the pig. "My house is beginning to feel pretty big." She huffed and she puffed and she pushed out the cow. "Just look at my house. It's enormous now." "Thank you, old man, for the work you have done. It was weeny for five, it's gigantic for one. There's no need to grumble, there's no need to grouse. There's plenty of room in my house." And now she's full of frolics and fiddle-dee-dees. It isn't a squash and it isn't a squeeze. Yes, she's full of frolics and fiddle-dee-dees. It isn't a squash or a squeeze. The end. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you again next week. Bye.